Hello everybody, in today's video we are going to discuss my strategy for the hören and Sprechen exam. So in today's video let's discuss the listening and the speaking. How can you prepare it? First talk about hören, so listening part. So I would like to tell you listening part is something which I really enjoyed a lot. Hören is this listening skill I have done so much of time even you cannot imagine. I still remember when I have an exam, so before 1 or 2 months back I've started listening lots of podcasts, and one of the biggest podcasts that you must know and you must listen is Easy German Podcast. This is not a kind of advertisement I'm doing. This is my personal suggestion to all of you. Like these two person, like Manuel and Kari and the Easy German teams, is really amazing. I must appreciate them. So every morning I started with their podcast. So every day I used to listen each and every podcast of them. I have listened hundreds of podcasts of them, and because of them I have cleared. Like it really helped me to understand the German language. So it was really amazing, and I must say, if you are going for exam, please begin with this podcast. So it's really helpful, and it's really helpful for your listening skills, and it's really helpful. And yeah, so I every morning I used to listen, like in the beginning of my at the beginning of my day I used to listen every podcast, each and every podcast I have listened, and each and every podcast I have discussed, each and every podcast vocabulary I have written by myself. So written by myself, I used to discuss these themes with my friends and it's really helpful. So best thing is you go for the podcast. It's really helpful for your listening skills, and if you are very much of the interested, you can go for the German news also. Like there is a one YouTube channel, it's called David Deutsch, and there you go and you will find lots of news. I'm not that much fond of listening these news. I have not listened that much, but if you are interested, you can go for it. But I majorly focused on the podcast only. Okay, so if you are done with the podcast, and whenever you're listening something in German, never try to understand it in your brain. Yeah, what we do is, when we are listening something, we started thinking like, what is the meaning of this word, what is the meaning. No, don't do that. Just listen it, yeah, and try to see how much you can understand a podcast. And I still remember, out of, if you say, out of, I think out of 100%, I was able to understand 80 to 90% of the podcast. So if you are able to understand this thing and all, then you can believe that your listening skills are better. Yeah, and now let's move on. And if you are ready with this podcast, and if you have done with this thing, then you can also do this thing. Now you can start with the module. So better is like, you gave lots of model paper, and the best part is, in there are four tiles in the Huron proofing. So like you have four parts. So one of the biggest challenging part was second part, because in the second tile, like information come like all the information come in one go. Yeah, so it's sometimes very difficult to understand it, because you have to like you have to do the two things simultaneously. You have to listen it and you have to mark the correct answer. Yeah, that is also there. So in my exams, so tiles I was very difficult for me, but anyhow I did it. And yeah, other styles are very easy: tile 1, tile 3, and tile 4. These are the three things which you can score maximum. So maybe you have you can you can correct all the questions. Yeah, this is also possible in these three tiles. Yeah, so it's up to you. The more practice you will do, the more you will be habitual of it. Yeah, so this is the Huron tile, and now let's move on toward the expression tile. So for the expression, what you can do, one thing which I did is I have talked with myself. And I still remember, like when I started learning German, so I still remember in 2022 in December, there was a time when I have done my A1 level and I began my B2 level. At that time my speaking was the biggest challenge. Like I was not able to speak it, and I was not happy with it. I was disappointed, I was frustrated. Yeah, I used to feel, I used to feel negative about it, that why I'm not able to speak the German language. Then on that day I have decided that, and my brother told me that if you are not getting environment of German, create your own environment. So I started talking with myself in the toilet. So every morning I used to get up, used to take a tea, and quickly I used to go to the toilet, and there I used to talk to myself. And for almost year, for an year I did it. Even when I was in the college, when I was in my apartment where I used to live with my friends. I in that in there also I did this, and it really helped me. For 1 year I did it, and you cannot even imagine my German become much more better than which I have never even imagined. Until now it is good. I always try to speak, and yeah, so it really helped me a lot. And now so that's the thing, you can talk to yourself. Self talk is more important in German. And second thing, for expression, better is if you have any, if you do not have any partner, please search for any partner, maybe in your friends, maybe in your class, look for it. And now I can tell you, there is a one application in the Play Store, you can download it, it's called Clubhouse. Go there, download it, it's really amazing. There are, speakers, German speakers, you will find easily, and it's very, there is no cost for it, like it's totally free, you can use it. Go there, you just need internet, good internet, go there and talk with the people. And best part is, you can not only talk to normal people, but there are also some professional people. There are lots of clubs, there are different types of rooms, follow them and talk with them. It's really amazing, so it will improve your expression. Now I don't think so if you are using it you need any partner, but if you have any partner, do discuss with them every day. You should discuss B1 things. And I don't think B1, these B1, in B1 there are only two types. First one is your discussion, gemeinsam etwas planen, where you have to discuss a theme with your friend, and the second one is a presentation. So before these two things you need only 10 and 15 minutes daily, and if you are putting this much of effort, it's enough. And also one thing, if you are speaking German, then do not commit any kind of don't do any kind of mistakes. So if you are doing mistakes, you are allowing teachers to cut your marks. So better is don't do any kind of mistake, always avoid it. Yeah, I always avoid it. And also keep a partner by yourself, or always whenever you are doing any kind of discussion with any person, always let them know that if I do any kind of mistake while speaking, please let me know. So if you will follow this strategy, I believe me, 100% it is guarantee that you will clear this exam. And when I gave for this exam, I have done lots of practice. Even for almost 1.5 year I did the speaking practice, and after that I gave the exam and I passed it. And I know I am not the, like, as a human, we do not do the mistakes, we do mistakes, but we can improve. We should learn and move on. Don't do any kind of mistakes while speaking German. Yeah, so it's up to you. So, and this is the trick for expression. There is no only there is no any way. Yeah, there is only one way. Do as much as practice you can. Yeah, that is the only way. Yeah, that's all. This is my strategy for my hören and for the expression. Yeah, that's the thing. And I wish you a best of luck if you have exam. And yeah, I hope every one of you will clear this exam successfully. And after, yeah, one thing, and if you have cleared this exam B1, please do not stop learning, because learning never stops. Yeah, so always keep on learning. Yeah, so now for example, I have my B1 certificate. I also had this option that I should have leave this German language learning. Yeah, but I did not choose it, because I believe that every time you should move on. You should move on, and you should always look up. You should keep on what is the English word, I forgot. Like, you should keeps on moving. That's more important. Yeah, so that's the thing. And I wish you best of luck. And if you are not able to clear the exam, don't feel disappointed. Yeah, so listen. So I have written one beautiful line, that success and the failure is a part of life. So in German we say Gewinnen und Verlieren ist ein Teil des Lebens. So that means success and the failure is a part of life. Always think, when you are success, you are still alive. When you are facing failure, you are still alive. So like these things keeps on coming, like every time life goes through ups and downs. So better is in the downs, whenever you are feeling whenever you have failure, you are feeling stressed, you are feeling disappointed, don't do that. Yeah, always you should think positive. And that's the only thing. Move on. And yeah, I wish you a best of luck. And if you have any kind of tip or any kind of strategy for exam that you follow for the hören and the for expression exam, please let us know. Please let me know in the comments. It's helpful for all of us. Okay, with this note, let's end here and I wish you best of luck. Und schönen Tag noch und viel Erfolg bei der Prüfung und viel Spaß beim Deutsch lernen. Ja, bis dann, schönen Tag noch, ciao and sparring German.